KPM.
Yes. Dinner, Kamal. Yes. I made so much fish head curry. You know, your favorite? Yes. I think Aisha has work to do, so she cannot come back. Yes, I'm expecting you to come and help me finish all the food. Okay? Bye. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Right. I will have great company for dinner.
Makcik? 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 Hi!
Makcik?
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Oh, no, dear. Call me Kak No.
Kak No.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't call me Makcik. Call me
Kak No.
Kak No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Kak No. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. You're watching Didik TV KPM, and today our slot is Menengah Atas with me, Syafiqah Farahin. And for the whole 1 hour, we will be learning Kesusasteraan Inggeris for Form 4 and Form 5. And as you can see just now, we have our teacher in the house. But before that, I would like to first introduce our sign language interpreter, who is teacher Muhammad Bukhari Cik Hassan from SK Pendidikan Khas Selangor Shah Alam, Selangor. Hello, Teacher Bukhari. How are you? Great. Thanks for being with us here today. Now, our teacher for today who will be teaching us throughout this whole 1 hour is none other than Teacher Asimah Amaluddin from SMK Asunta, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Hello, Teacher Asimah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm very happy too. Or should I call you Kak No?
That was an embarrassing moment, wasn't that?
Yeah, thinking about that, I would like to have a bit of explanation on that. But before that, as usual, we have our pupils together with us learning today. Can we have them here in the plasma? Hello, pupils. How are you? They're looking so great today. Perhaps you can introduce them one by one, please.
All right. So I'm very happy to be accompanied by 4 lovely young ladies, and they are from SMK Convent Ipoh, all the way from Ipoh, Perak.
Wow.
And we have with us Lily, we have with us Sophia, we also have Valencia, as well as Athira. 4 of them are going to help us better understand the short story Thieving Daughter for today.
All right, great. 4 flowers for today. And as I asked just now, teacher, perhaps you can enlighten us on what is the link between our sketch just now, you know, that position where you felt a bit awkward, and also our topic for today, please.
Briefly speaking, those of you out there who know this short story very well will remember how Kak No, the mother in this text, is someone who is finding it very difficult to accept that she is fast growing old. She is unable to accept that aging is a part of life. And you find in the short story, she even tells Kamal to call her Kak No,
Yes.
instead of the respectful tone or term Makcik.
Right. All right, now that we know a bit about how the gimmick just now went, how about a bit of introduction to our lesson today?
Okay, so shall I start with the slides?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, so all of you out there, those of you who are studying Kesusasteraan Inggeris 2206 with your teachers in school, you know that this short story titled Thieving Daughter is part of the collection of short stories that you have to study for SPM. You know also that there are 6 short stories. Today our focus is going to be on Thieving Daughter by Chua Ko Yi.
Right.
When we go through this text, there are many elements of the short story that we will look at together. For example, plot. For example, character analysis. For example, devices such as symbolism, and of course, life's lessons that are conveyed in the text.
Right.
That's pretty much it, basically.
Okay. Now talking about the topic, perhaps we're focusing on Thieving Daughter, but why is it called Thieving Daughter?
Very, very important question. Of course, if you start right at the beginning of the text, it will be strange to imagine that a mother could consider her daughter a thief or a robber. What has she stolen?
Right.
Okay, but let's take a look at what I have there. It's a quick review of the text. We have here Kak Noh, a single mother who lives with her young daughter, Aisha, who's about 22. At the prime of her life, new to the working world, and very eager to prove herself at work. So you find several incidents happening in this text. As I mentioned there is an unappreciated noodle meal. There is a fishy dinner with reference to the fish head curry. And of course, there is that all-important black dress. All these incidents involving Kak Noh, they all bring forth an explosion of emotions. She feels, as we ultimately read through the text, that Aisha, in her mind, is a thief and has robbed from her all that she has. Her youth, her spirit, her beauty. She doesn't feel that she has willingly given it to her daughter.
Right.
And so she's got all these hidden emotions that are all negative towards Aisha. Which is strange, I think, if you're looking at the common or more expected mother-daughter, very happy mother-daughter relationship, right? Yeah? So, moving on, let's take a look at two specific plot devices that help us understand this text, all right? First, let's take a look at point of view, or as how I would call it, POV. Most movies that we watch, most novels that we may read, offer us an omniscient point of view whereby we are allowed to know and understand everyone's deepest thoughts, feelings, and plans. Right? Here, however, as you can see, what makes this story interesting is the fact that it utilizes a first-person point of view. So when you are reading through the text, you are actually observing the events through the eyes of Kak Noh.
Right.
Because she uses that personal pronoun I. It is how she sees the world. All right? The author decided, let's tell the story through her eyes, as how I mentioned in the slide there. We journey through the plot by understanding her perspective, and when we understand how she thinks, we understand more of why the events in the story take place. All right?
Yes, okay.
The other plot device is flashback. Right? Most of us are very familiar with this commonly used device, and flashbacks will move readers from the present into an event, a moment, a significant day perhaps, something that's already happened in the past. These flashbacks, whenever they appear in a text, they will reveal background information about characters. When Kak Noh is preparing her breakfast, she's frying her Singapore fried bihun, she's recollecting her childhood. And when we read about her childhood, we learn about her memories, that actually helps us to understand her better. All right? So I always tell my students, flashbacks together with point of view help you to understand a story better.
Right.
All right? Let's take a look at this question. All right? This is what I was talking about. She's remembering her childhood. She remembers how she lost her family and how she had to live with Uncle Rashid. Okay? What does this tell us about Kak Noh? All right? What does reading this extract tell us about Kak Noh? Could I have someone answer?
Yes, the first volunteer for today.
Yes.
Can you raise
Anybody
your hand?
with their hands up? Anybody want to try?
Come on, who wants to try first? Yes, who is
Can I
that?
try?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So my answer is, the I refer to Kak Noh. We learned that Kak Noh's parents had died in the road accident and lived with her Uncle Rashid ever since then.
Right. And that makes her feel that she lost that love from her parents. Great answer.
Shafika.
Right.
Yes.
This is Athira answering, right? Yes.
Shafika
Great
Athira.
answer.
Perhaps due to her response, you would like to, was it a good job done or?
Valencia, what did you
Hear
think?
some more.
Valencia, did you think it was an all right answer? Good answer? This is an extract that tells us about
it's a
Kak
good
Noh,
answer.
doesn't it? Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a challenge if you don't mind. I'm going to give you another question. Now, this comes from the beginning of the text. She's observing Aisha. She's hoping Aisha will speak to her, engage in a conversation. But Aisha is reading her newspaper.
Right.
What does that reveal to us about Aisha? What does her mom think about her? Oh, let me rephrase that question. What does Kak Noh think about her daughter here?
From her point of view.
Yeah.
So, teacher, me?
Oh, you want to try? Okay.
Yes. We can see that from Kak Noh's POV that her daughter Aisha is not appreciating her cooking that is filled with effort and a mother's love. And that's why Kak Noh behaved that way towards Aisha.
Correct. Good answer. She feels so much for just a simple meal. She's expecting so much and she feels that her expectations have not been met.
Right.
So it does tell us that there are a lot of underlying emotions hidden in Kak Noh.
Yet she doesn't express this.
She doesn't express, and poor Aisha doesn't know what's going on, and
Yes.
she's just enjoying the mihun. Thank you both ladies. We have looked at this specific slide, two questions that have shown us how point of view and flashback helps us understand the text better.
All right. Before we move further, Teacher Asimah, how about a bit of a response feedback for Sophia's answer just now?
Sophia's answer,
Yes.
I felt, was really good. The fact that she was able to see, all right, what was happening
Right.
in that extract, how Kak Noh actually felt towards her daughter. Good answer.
Good job. All right. Okay. All right, teacher, let's move on.
Let's move on. We have time?
we
All
do.
right. We've got another slide, and this is an interesting part of the story. It doesn't happen in the other 5 short stories. And you have there Kak Noh's husband very much mysteriously appearing in front of her every now and then. He is wearing the same white shirt and blue jeans that he wore on the night of the accident, as it says in the extract. And then you have this tennis match going on between them. She says, "Go away." He says, "No." All right? And then she says, do you want to be here and make me feel bad? Okay? And so you have this moment of tension, okay, with the mysterious appearance of the husband. Now the 4 of you are looking at the extract. I wonder if you could tell me, all right, what does Kak Noh think of her husband's appearance here? Anybody want to
can I-
try?
Can I answer?
All right, sure.
Yes, sure.
Valencia.
Give it a try.
In my opinion about the husband is that he's still very caring towards Katno and Aisha, although he's not being physically present in their lives. He sympathizes with his wife and daughter. I think he was a very good father and also a husband.
Good. That's a great answer, actually. Even though the husband has left them or the father has left them, what she remembers of him is nothing but good memories.
Right.
So his appearances in front of her is a manifestation of all the happy memories she's shared with him. Good answer, Valencia. Well done.
It also shows they have a bit of a, perhaps a nice, kind relationship before as well between Katno and the husband.
They must have been a happy family while he was still with them, yes.
Now, teacher, very quickly, perhaps a feedback as well for Valencia's answer.
Yeah.
just now?
Great answer. Yeah?
All right. So for right now, we have more to come. But for right now, we'll be going for a short break first. And we'll be right back here on Menengah Atas Didik TV KPM.
TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hey pupils, welcome back to Didik TV KPM. Today we are learning for slot Menengah Atas, and our topic for today for Kesusasteraan Inggeris is Thieving Daughter, a short story among 6 that we are bringing focus for today. And when we talk about characters involved, I'm pretty sure we have to also analyze the characters to gain an understanding and our opinions about them. So, Teacher Asimah, for this segment, what are we gonna analyze about the characters?
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to now look at the characters in the short story Thieving Daughter. And we cannot start without looking at who's who. Yeah? And in this text, we have Katno, we have her daughter Aisha, and then we have her boyfriend Kamal. The one character that is unique in this text would be the appearances of the husband. No one else sees him, only Katno sees him. Some opinions by students who've read this text feel this is perhaps his spirit coming back, expressing love towards his family from beyond the grave. Some other opinions may run along the lines of the husband appears as a manifestation of Katno's own emotions, because he only appears when she is emotionally conflicted. He only appears when she has just, for example, argued with the daughter, when there's some tension taking place in the house. So that, for me, makes the husband the most unique character in the text. All right? We know that Katno yearns for company. She has aged and she feels envy towards Aisha. Perhaps strange for a mother like myself. If I had someone say that I had a beautiful, intelligent, successful daughter, I would be beaming with pride. I would share in that joy and feeling, that accomplishment of how I've done a good job raising that daughter. We see the different vibes in this text where she looks at Aisha coming down for breakfast and she says, she's young, she's beautiful, she's got youth and vitality. I don't remember giving that away. She feels that Aisha has robbed her of all those wonderful qualities. That's perhaps, sadly, what stands out the most when you read through this text. Now, I'm not at all putting any kind of blame on Aisha. She is a young girl. Perhaps she doesn't quite understand what her mother is going through. And you compare all 4 characters. The last one is Kamal. And unfortunately, we don't know a lot about him. He's charming, he's kind and respectful. Unfortunately, we don't get to meet him a lot. Right. So, as I mentioned earlier, Kak Noh can say things like deception is necessary. I need to lie. Otherwise, how will I get to spend time with this handsome young man? Which is not something you would expect a mother to say.
Yes.
And this is, no less, the boyfriend of her daughter. Like a potential son-in-law, right? So, throughout this text, there will be moments when you will ask yourself, why? Why does she say these things? Why does she do these things? What is the reason behind it, right? You have the husband who always appears in the white shirt and blue jeans. There is love in the lines that he says to her, even when he says, stop hurting Aisha. There's a lot of concern, there's a lot of affection. He even says to the wife, you're still beautiful and desirable. Like I said earlier, these are her memories of when they were still together.
Yes.
All right? Aisha and Kamal, the 2 youngsters in this text, all right, they're in a happy relationship, but there are these awkward moments that take place. And those of you who've read the short story, obviously you're going to think about the fish head curry moment. Yes, with reference to that embarrassing sketch earlier.
Right.
All right, when we mentioned the fish head curry, all right, she lies, so to speak. She lies to Kamal. She wants him to come over and eat with her, and it's just the 2 of them.
Right.
So Kamal obviously finds it strange and awkward. She doesn't have any guilt at all because she's enjoying that moment with him.
Right.
Right? Aisha, as I mentioned earlier, tries her best to be accommodating, even when she doesn't quite know what's going on with the mother.
She's clueless.
She is, but she tries to understand. Why did you do that, she says. Why did you ask him over, she says. So she does try. Yeah? Okay. So we have this question. I hope the 4 of you are taking a look. All right? It is a bit of a challenge because you have a long dialogue taking place on that slide. It is the moment when Aisha confronts her mother. She's really curious and suspicious about what happened the night before. How is it that the boyfriend appeared at the house without her to have fish head curry with the mother?
Yeah.
Okay? When she says to the mother, it's so weird. You made him feel uncomfortable. That's expressing Aisha's thoughts. But the mother responds with, you assume too much. Okay? Here is the task I'd like 2 of you to think of. Yeah? Any 2 of the 4? This is my task, all right? Yeah, here's the challenge. I would like one of you to imagine that you are Aisha, and I would like one of you to imagine that you are Kak Noh. Oh.
Okay. Who would
One's
like to
going
be
to be the
Aisha?
mom, one's going to be the daughter. Do I see hands up?
Can we please have volunteers for this segment? All right. We have
Lily. Lily, are you going to be Kak Noh or Aisha?
Aisha.
All right, Aisha. Now, this is my question to you, yeah? After everything that happens, after the confrontation with your mother, and you lose your temper, you storm out, my question is, how did Aisha feel? You're imagining your Aisha, yeah? How did Aisha feel at that moment? Question mark. Give it a try, Lily.
If I was Aisha, I would be annoyed with my mother's behavior.
Okay.
Imagines that Kamal told his parents, what will his parents think of my mother? Will they still respect my mother? And
Great
as a
answer.
Kamal girlfriend, I will feel sorry for him from what happened.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that's one of the best answers I have heard. Yeah, because
Wow.
what she did, what Lily did was, she thought of it from Kamal's perspective as well. If I was Kamal, what would my parents have thought? Oh, what an embarrassing moment that was. Good answer. Well done, Lily.
Well done, giving that perspective.
All right, who was the other person that's going to imagine they are Kak No?
Yes. The first person
Okay,
view.
Sophia.
Okay, teacher.
All right, Sophia.
So if I were Kak No,
All right.
I would be feeling happy that my plan worked because it is the only thing that I can do to my daughter. She's got everything and I got nothing, and I'm glad that I could at least ruin her happiness.
Wow, Sophia is actually embodying the character of Kak
Correct.
No.
She's seeing it through the mother's eyes. Good job. Well thought answer. All right. Both the two answers or both responses. What I mostly appreciate when my students try to answer questions like this is being able to put yourself in the character's shoes. Not look at it through the eyes of a 16-year-old teenager, but look at it through the eyes of an aging mother, through the eyes of a 22-year-old young woman.
Right.
And both of them did a good job. Yeah, let's take a look. If I was Kak No, okay, after that confrontation, how would I feel? I would be pleased because I got what I wanted. Okay, what I wanted was to have wonderful company to spend time with, and I would be unconcerned. Now, this is the sad part about this. She knew she was hurting her daughter. All right? If I was the daughter, I would be curious, suspicious, and perhaps even unconvinced. Oh my goodness, is that really what my mother thinks? All right? So all in all, both the responses that the pupils gave earlier, good answer. Well done.
Well done, girls. All right, now before we go for a short break, I would like to ask a short question from you. Seeing that we're talking about how Kak No was feeling success from the deception, she kind of feels a bit of a guilt when her late husband, comes to her subconscious mind, and she's thinking, it will hurt Aisha.
Correct.
Right? There's some guilt there.
Interesting observation. That's the emotional roller coaster that she's on. Yeah, it's always lows and highs. She's happy she got what she wanted, and then she feels low because she knows deep down she did hurt Aisha.
Right. Her emotions are a Pandora box. All right, there we go. Now we have more to come, so don't go away. We'll be right back here on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hello, welcome back to class. We're on slot Menengah Atas for Kesusasteraan Inggeris. And with us today is teacher Asimah Amaluddin, teaching us with the topic short story Thieving Daughter. And for this segment, we are going to focus on symbolism. But symbolism this time is not about the relationship between animals or plants, right? It's about our English literature, right? Okay.
All right.
Teacher.
Okay, let's go to literary devices that are found in the text. All right. Symbolism plays an important part in this text because you find certain things that are happening in the text mean so much more. All right. Before we look at the text, however, I would like to just test our pupils who are here with me today. I've got on the screen a red rose, an owl, and the dollar sign. In any literature class, I would say the rose isn't just a rose, the owl isn't just a bird, and the dollar sign does not just refer to money. So I'm going to ask any three, yeah? Maybe one will start. Oh, Athira has her hand up. Athira will try first. Go ahead.
Alright, so the red roses represent love and passion. romance and also commitment. And also it is often associated with love and passion.
Correct.
Owl are often used to signify or present wisdom and great knowledge and
she's answering.
and even the power of property.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
While the dollar sign does not only refer to money and wealth, but it also can represent greed and social status.
All right. I like how she was able to just answer all three.
Yes.
Good job. Okay. And the thing is, why I put those symbols there as quick revision is to just remind students out there, symbolism is all around us. When you look at roses or flowers in general, it's just a quick reminder that nature is all around us, right? And we sometimes think that flowers just mean flowers. But look at the color, deep, dark, blood red. They always especially sell out during Valentine's Day, for example.
Yes.
Lovers' Day celebrations, for example. Why? Because it is renowned as a symbol of love. Right? Between two people. Then let's take a look at the owl. There are a number of animals that are associated with being smart. But you find commonly in most schools, you would have an owl representing books, knowledge, the pursuit of wisdom and kindness. So it's not just academics, but academics with a good heart. All right? And then the last symbol that was answered by Athira, the dollar sign. Right? People look at that as just money, but sometimes fail to see that without money, sometimes you are looked down upon. When you have a lot of it, people treat you better.
Social status.
Social status, recognition, privilege, class division, all that elements come only from that dollar sign. So whenever students tell me that symbolism is too tough to figure out, I tell them no, it is there around us in everyday objects, like the rose, like the bird, the owl, and like the dollar sign. All right? Okay. Now, allow me to take you to the text, and you will see that in this text, the food that Kak Noh prepares doesn't just refer to eating. In the first instance, when she is preparing breakfast, as I think I mentioned briefly to you, she wants Aisha to engage in a morning conversation with her.
Right.
So for her, the noodles isn't just food to be gobbled. All right, mechanically wolfed down. She wants a sit-down meal. She wants the mom-daughter relationship to be nurtured. In this example that I have on this slide, all right, you look at how you can just sense her impatience. Why is she just munching it like a robot? Her jaws are going up, down, up, down. And she thinks to herself, are you my daughter or are you simply a munching machine? What a strange thought for a mom to have.
Right.
All right? Well, she's watching her daughter eat that. Okay? So that's the representation of dissatisfaction. Yeah, the bihun isn't just a meal. The bihun means a lot more.
Right. She also said that she made it the best.
The best.
Ever.
This is such great noodles. Why isn't Aisha reacting to it at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I've got two questions. All right. This is the first one. If you know your text, you will know that in this short story, you have a dress. This is a black dress that Kak Noh finds in her daughter's cupboard or wardrobe, right? She puts her hands on it. The material feels wonderful to the touch. She's tempted. She pulls it off the rack. She looks at it, she decides, I'm going to give it a try. And as you can see in the extract, she can't quite believe it. She's turning to the left, she's turning to the right. She looks at her reflection and she says, or rather thinks to herself, the woman in the mirror is beautiful. She is confident, she is sophisticated, she is classy. So obviously, as we are reading through this, we realize the black dress isn't just
a dress.
a dress.
It's
So,
a symbol.
it's a symbol of what exactly? Who's going to tell me? Does anybody want to try answering? What does the black dress represent at this specific moment?
All right, who would like to explain?
Let's go.
I think the black dress give Kak Noh an impression of what she used to be back in her youthful days.
Okay.
When she still has her beauty and confidence.
Yeah. I love that answer. It automatically made her feel good. Why? It sort of brought her back into the past. It made her feel good because that's not what she looks like now, but what she used to look like before. Great answer, Lily. Yeah, that is putting on a
Dress.
item of clothing. You would think, yeah, it's just a piece of clothing.
Yes.
But when she put it on, her confidence came up, leveled up so much. She looked at herself differently, right? So the dress isn't just a dress. The dress feels to her like I'm going to get back everything that has been taken away from me. Aisha cannot take anything away from me anymore. I want this dress.
Right.
I want this dress, she's telling the daughter.
It's not as if she can't buy the dress, but it's because it belongs to her daughter.
Especially because it is a dress that she found in Aisha's wardrobe. All right. So, this is the next extract. And those of you who know the text, all right, you will know how much emotions are involved. We've gotten to the climax where it feels like Aisha has stormed off. The mother is there feeling triumphant. She is confident that she has won. She is going to get the dress. But you know what happens, right? You know that Aisha appears with a pair of silver scissors and she snips the dress into two. The dress that they were both fighting about was cut into two. So now somebody needs to tell me, right at that moment, at the very ending of the short story, what does the dress now mean to Kak Noh? Can somebody try answering? Valencia?
Yeah, I'd like to answer.
Yeah. What do you think?
In my opinion, to Kak Noh, the dress was something very important to her. It gave her hope and made her feel youthful. And also, Kak Noh thinks that the dress really pronounces her curves and get a male validation that her husband used to give her.
Oh, I love that answer. Thank you. And the reason why I especially love Valencia's answer is because she used the word validation. It made Kak Noh feel, yes, these are the emotions I'm feeling, and it's right.
Right.
He loved me. He loved me and he's left me. So now I want this dress because I want all that love back.
Right.
And as strange as all this sounds, it made perfect sense in Kak Noh's mind.
Yes.
Yeah? She feels that she's lost everything else in her life. Now she's also lost the black dress.
I believe so. If it happens to any of us, we've lost something such as validation. Of course, we want it back. It doesn't matter if it's an aging mother or just a normal young person, right?
Right.
Oh, we have so much to discover after this. I'm so taken away by this story. So much to discover as well. But we'll be going for a short break first, and we'll be right back here on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Welcome back to Slot Menengah Atas. Today we are learning Kesusasteraan Inggeris, and one of the main things that we have to perhaps decipher or understand is the themes involved in short stories and also novels. So for that part, we'll have teacher Asimah to continue.
All right, let's take a look at the themes that are found in Thieving Daughter by Chua Ko Yi. All right, as you know, a theme refers to a main idea, one major message that an author, novelist, writer, playwright wishes to convey, meaning whether it is a short story, whether it is a novel, whether you are watching a play on stage, through the setting, through the character interactions, through all the elements that you read and observe, several life's lessons may appear. One will stand out, and that would be the theme. All right? Certain texts will carry more than one theme. And as you can see on the slide that I've prepared, you have several common themes that we may come across as we read through any text. Right? There are the themes of love and death, courage and not giving up, perseverance, for example, family love, family support, courage, friendship, hope, never giving up, revenge, and also forgiveness. And as you read through those common themes with me, obviously you're going to realize, aha, these are common emotions that all humans feel.
Right.
So these observations about life will be observations that are relatable to all of us. Right? That major idea about life. What is the 1, 2, 3 big ideas that you may find after reading a text? So, looking at what you have read in the text, what we have discussed so far today, the incident with the noodles, the incident with the fish head curry, the argument regarding the black dress, all showing to you perhaps Kak Noh spiraling out of control, and Aisha, as you yourself said, clueless, unable to understand what her mother is going through. Okay? After all that, and the shocking end to the story.
Right.
Okay. Now we are at this point with my question in blue. I'm sure the 4 pupils there are thinking very seriously. What might be the themes in Thieving Daughter? Maybe somebody can give me one answer. What do you think is the theme in this text? Go ahead.
Okay.
I think one of the theme might be jealousy, because Kak Noh is pretty much jealous at her daughter Aisha for having everything she once had, seeking for recovering by hurting it. She is getting older and is losing her youthful appearance and attention that she once had. So Kak Noh doesn't like the fact that Aisha is stealing her spotlight by taking away all her beauty.
Very good. That was actually a very good answer.
Wow, good job.
Because she was able to see the events of the text through the point of view of both the characters.
Right.
Kak Noh sees it as Aisha taking away from her. Aisha, not understanding, merely feels the mother is behaving erratically, without rationale.
Right.
But the underlying meaning is clear. She feels envy towards Aisha not because she doesn't love her daughter, but because she feels she's lost so much. Now Aisha seems to be taking the one thing that's left. That's why she can't let go. Thank you, Sophia. Great answer. Okay, let's take a look at some of the themes that are found in this short story, Thieving Daughter. Number one, you have the inability to accept loss. If you know your text, you will know that Kak Noor's life has been so challenging. It's been one after another.
Right.
The difficult moments, heartbreaking moment, the pain that she has to go through. That's why the dress isn't just a dress, as we mentioned earlier. Number two, on a personal level, she is a woman who is just unable to accept that she is growing old. Like I mentioned earlier, any mom would be proud if she had a child that was praised for her beauty, for her intelligence, etc. Kak Noor cannot feel that pride because, as she says, I do not remember giving it away.
Right.
She doesn't feel, wow, my daughter has inherited from me. You see that unwillingness?
Yes.
Right. And thirdly, all right, as painful a lesson to learn as it is, we realize that when we are by ourselves, lonely, without company, we will begin to suffer from anxiety, from depression, and begin to behave
Erratically.
strangely.
Right.
All right? Okay. Shall we go on?
Yes.
Can I
let's
ask
go.
another question? Can I ask another question from the four of you? Just a quick one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you choose, of the three, which theme stands out the most? Just give me a number with your fingers.
Yeah. maybe
Which
you
is the
can show.
most important? Two. Ah, I see. All right. Wow, the four pupils have done a good job, and they've all answered with the same answer. They've all
Right.
decided.
At the same
we
time.
have to realize we all will grow old. Okay. A little bit more, yeah? Just before we go, shall we try this? Okay, I've got 3 quotes taken from the short story, and I've got the 3 texts. Let's try to match them. Okay? Can somebody maybe answer? Quote 1 refers to which theme?
1, 2, or 3? Would like to answer?
Or just give me a... okay.
Okay. Atira.
Atira?
So quote 1 refers to theme number 3.
Team number 3. All right, because she
And
was
quote
behaving
2?
strangely, correct? She lied about
Quote
the
2
dinner,
refers to-
okay? Quote 2 refers
Quote 2
to
refers to theme number 2.
theme number 2. She's unable to accept that she is growing old. She's got dark bags under her eyes. Very good. And quote 3?
Quote 3 refers to theme number 1.
Theme number 1, the fact that she has lost so much in her life. Well done, thank you.
Right.
So, what have we seen so far in our journey with Thieving Daughter? Kak Noor represents a little bit in all of us. We find it difficult to accept that we are slowly approaching death. That death, in actual fact, is a part of life. She tests her daughter's patience because the poor young girl doesn't quite understand what the mother is feeling and thinking. So her strange behavior jeopardizes the mother-daughter relationship. And finally, I would probably say it is an important lesson to learn from Thieving Daughter. Let's make an effort to spend time with our loved ones and actually try to understand what it is they are going through.
Right.
All
I
right?
believe so.
What do you think about Kak Noor?
Well, when I think about it, I do believe she loves her daughter, but it's just her inability to accept that she's aging is overpowering.
Correct.
That is the emotion that is, overshadowing every
all
other
other emotions. Correct.
And it's a shame. You'll be like, I want to tell her that it's not like that. You can accept it the way it is, but perhaps we can't really understand her whole story, but we can only understand a bit from that.
Correct, correct. So, everyone out there, I hope that you have learned quite a bit today. To the 4 pupils who were with us today, a shout out to SMK Convent Ipoh. All right, the 4 pupils who have done a wonderful job, well done. They have really been able to put themselves in the shoes of the main characters and understand the story. Well done.
Good job, everybody. Perhaps a round of applause for yourselves as well. Yay! All right. Now, for those who are watching, perhaps where can they access to get revisions from?
Okay, thank you for that reminder. As you all know, whenever you are online looking for help with your Kesusasteraan Inggeris, head over to Portal Delima, where there are plenty of materials that will help you revise for your subject. All right?
Thank you so much, Teacher Asimah, for today's class.
Thank you to you too for that sketch we did.
That was fun, and I believe a lot of you have taken a lot from today's class. And do your revisions, don't forget. Thank you also to our sign language interpreter, Teacher Muhammad Bukhari Cik Hassan. All right, till we meet again on Menengah Atas. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Bye-bye.